YouTube, hello, welcome to the Tavern. My name is Drail, I am your Tavern Master. Welcome on in, pull up a chair, grab a drink, and let's enjoy today's episode of Genshin Impact Episode 57, The Final Movement. Or Final Movement. I believe I went with Final Movement. But anyway, for context, this episode was initially recorded May 29th, 2024, and in it, we do that sort of like, what was it called? Specially shaped Saurian something event from last time. Where we go and fight a bunch of different bosses as this guy tries to become friends with a number of very dangerous monsters in the world. After which we then go and do a little bit of work and chatting with a little bit of our friends and companions in our Serenitea Pot. After which we then head back to the Sea of Bygone Eras to finish off the last quest, or last part of the Canticles of Harmony world quest. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it past that. I do want to give a heads up that I was not doing well physically when I recorded this initially. There are some moments where I'm like coughing and clearing my throat. I think I did my best to like mute or lower the volume on most of those, so hopefully there's not really much there. But you will hear me talk about my throat getting torn up a lot. So pretty short stream due to that. But yeah, not much else to say past that. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you do enjoy today's episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified when new episodes come out. And if you want to catch my streams live, you can follow me on Twitch through the link down below in the description. Beyond that, I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you all at the end. See you later.
Howdy folks, it is I, Drail, your Tavern Master. Hope you all are doing well today.
Exactly, but none of them believe there'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
So, how y'all doing today? Today we're going to be focusing on, I think just world quests, honestly. I still also have to do the, the boss hunts for that guy who visited Natlan.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for
Okay, that's done. Oh, nice. I could go with Navia.
I'll take the lead today.
Alright, let's see. Of course you need those bosses to ascend.
Do you believe that wishes can come true? You know, like when you toss a coin into the fountain for good luck? As long as you throw enough coins in, one of your wishes is sure to come true, right? Well, anyway, today's your birthday, so I'm not leaving anything to chance. I've got a whole bag of Mora here dedicated to making your birthday wish come true. Whatever you want, I'll do everything in my power to make it happen.
Oh, that's sweet. Good job. Anyway. Let's see. Over to here. You're right. I'm gonna have to put out the main squad anyway for the hunts. Hey man, Ranjit. Oh, it's you two. I've been waiting for ages. Befriended the Pyro Regisvine yet? Don't even talk about it. You negotiated a period of calm. A very, very brief one. The moment it recovered, it started trying to bump me off again. You know what? You were right. It's not possible to make friends with this creature. Still, its fruit does taste pretty good. Like Pyro, in fact. Reckon my Notland friends would like it. What does that even taste like? Want to give it a try? If you want, I could. No. Yeah, no, it's fine. Anyway, you're gonna move on to the Primo Geovishap yet? That's right. I think that one's a winner, to be sure. To be honest. Primo Geovisaps are quite like the Tepetlosauri. Sorry, after all. If you travel to Nylon from Sumeria like I did, I reckon they'll be one of the first things you'll meet. Sure, whatever you say. Pama doesn't have high hopes for this one either. Though, why couldn't you have gone with the hatchlings? They don't have round tummies. What? Geovishaps don't have round tummies. Imagine it's all incredibly quick rolling. I imagine it's all that incredibly quick rolling they do. They can't leave you much of a chance to store fat. But the main reason is still the lack of impact. What's a hatchling to the friends of mine who live alongside Saurians? That's a different story. Even as a tale, it'll be worth the time of day. Anyway, a strong protagonist gotta have strong opponents, you dig? Alright, let's not tarry, shall we? Sure. Let's away, good sir. God damn, this guy. I don't care. I don't care. Ugh. Round tummy tum tum.
Illusion shattered. Access denied.
Seconds. What do I have to do Okay, I need to at least get a silver. So what do I need to do for the silver rating? How exactly are we going to eat the Pyroregisvine fruit? Well, we're out in the wild, so simple works best. First, we'll need to trim the fruit's shape without getting burned. Next, we cut off the small piece, dig in a groove in the middle of the fruit, and then cut out a couple chunks of butter, waterflower nectar, and your preferred spices. Then we roast it all done. Tell me about the Tepetlosauri. Oh, the little ones are awfully cute, with their big round eyes and roly-poly bellies. So I'm guessing the Tepetlosauri that he's talking about are the ones we saw, like the Geo ones we saw in the trailer they released recently. As they said, they're probably the first things you'll meet if you travel to Natlan through Sumeru. The mines in eastern Natlan are their stomping grounds. Those mines are also home to the Nanatsayan people, children of echoes. Fine miners and excavators they are, and skilled appraisers of gems. Sound boring to you, right? But they're a happy lot, especially their chief. Whatever the case, be sure to pay them a visit if you find yourself heading to Natlan in the future. Those little Tepetlosauri, I mean, you'll love them. I can already tell. Okay, so if he's talking about Eastern Natlan, getting to Eastern Natlan from Sumeru, then yeah, Nalan's going to be like over here. That's wild to think about, honestly. So Nalan's in the southwest portion of Tavern. You got Inazuma in the southeast. Sumeru in south center. Liyue almost in the very center. Fontaine in the northwest. And then probably Snezhnaya would be up here is my guess. Use shields to reflect damage with the wind tree. Can I switch on my team? I cannot. Okay, so I need to switch out Lumine for probably Zhongli.
What shall we do?
I don't know how I didn't take any damage from that, but cool.
Shine down!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
No touching!
Order guide you.
There is no escape!
Gather.
Cool. Okay, that's done. You see that down there? That's a plant bird.
Just what will become a...
Isn't it today another day filled with new hope? Ready to head out, friends? New hope. We take it that your Primo Geo Bishop communications broke down then? Come now, how could you call it a failure? Mortal Kombat is also communication of a kind. From that perspective, you could even say that we had an honest, profound exchange and gained much knowledge about our respective stances in the process. And was your stance in the process beneath the other one? What do they say again? No friends without a fight? I was actually doing the fighting. And what fighting it was. Even I could tell you're an experienced adventurer, even amongst adventurers. Not giving up yet, huh? Well, I'll be honest with you. It's always been my dream to ride a Jade Plume Terror Shroom all through Sumeru. But the adults would all tell me not to be silly. When I'd ask the Forest Watchers, they'd make trouble faces and tell me not to snoop in risky places. So I gave up on those unrealistic dreams and grew up normal like the other kids. My only adventures were with my choices for ingredients when cooking. But I get to thinking sometimes, and then I remember that I once did have such distant, strange dreams, just like the Aranara of legend. But they truly exist, and I once saw them. When did I stop being able to do so? When did I start forgetting them? I heard this tale about an unlucky fellow named Kunter. While in Natlan, he became the target of the sun's hatred due to a mistake his father has made. Kunter, unloved of the sun, was also ostracized in his tribe, and of course, no Saurian would buddy up with him. But he didn't give up, nor did he blame his father or fate. Instead, he proved that he was equal of any valiant warrior in the tribe through hard work and grit. In the end, he accomplished something great, not only earning the recognition of the Ictomisaurus comrade, but also becoming a hero to his tribe. When I heard that tale, I too gained the courage to pick my childhood dream off the ground where I had left it. Huh, so that's the story. So please, do help with the upcoming Jade Plume Tear Shroom negotiations. 1 second, my throat's getting, like, bad. Give me a second, I'm gonna get myself some water. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Ugh, goodness gracious, my throat. I mean, I'm no match for it as I am now, but I will help support you, so call me whenever you need. No need for too much talk, shall we? Trigger 10 elemental reactions. Okay. Sure.
Nice and spicy.
Access denied.
Water jet.
Ow. Good job. Tell me about Kunter. I've got to admit that my friend only told me the back half. I wonder what did his father do to warrant such hate from the sun. If it wasn't enough to punish the poor fellow by blinding his father with its golden arrows, the sun would hide itself behind a layer of clouds wherever he went. I hear that there are murals that record the tale, though I have never seen them myself. Speaking of which, Nalan's murals are very unique, and they're as lovely as they are fascinating. Sometimes I wonder if I should be bringing my camera to Nalan instead of my pots. Okay. Sure. Fuck. Whatever. We'll just swim there. Really? My artifact inventory is full? Huh. Okay, well. Interesting. Okay. I don't know anything nearby that requires this. Sure. Anyway. I think it's down that way? To get to the seahorse? That or I could just fast travel, but I'm already here, so why not just swim? I'm holding to the riptide. There we go. Whoosh. Horse. So, we're here in the end. What about your childhood dream? When I became an adult, I finally understood why the Forest Watchers had made those faces they did. But anyway, I gave it my best shot. I also learned that you should never bring unprocessed pyroregicine fruit near a jade plume terror shroom. By the time I smelled something burning, it was already too late. Barely avoided drowning in the spores it poured forth. It's easy to forget sometimes that fungi are a completely different species from shroom borers. I don't think that's really that difficult. Anyway, speaking of which, they actually are a type of fungus, right? That's right, and they taste especially delicious in soups. But anyway, let's get back to today's challenge. Well, I haven't figured out what to cook yet. Oh, right, you mean the negotiations. Sorry. Perhaps you've heard the story of the two Fontmer aberrant overlords. It speaks of how the millennial pearl seahorse is described as being proud and noble. By contrast, the Emperor of Fire and Iron seems to be a fierce, cruel being, strong but brutal. Okay, so it's talking about the seahorse and the crab. Crab. And here, Paimon thought you'd pick the tougher opponent. After all, wouldn't a stronger opponent make for a cooler story? That is true, but the Emperor is a heavily armored crab, while the other's party is a seahorse that flies. I wonder, would you call a flying seahorse a Pegasus instead? Wait, is that the question we should be asking right now? Still, if only I could rive it even once. Well, sure then. Looks like you're sticking this one out to the end. Well, here we are, aren't we? We can't truly leave empty-handed. Anyway, let's head out once you're ready. Horse. I'm just gonna go and smack it in the face.
Out of the frying pan,
born of ice and frost. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Booba, get the
Illusion shattered. No touching.
There we go. That was like my second time fighting that boss. Because I haven't had anyone who needs it yet. Thanks for your hard work over the last few days. We did deviate from our original goal, sure, but I, for one, have gained much from these experiences. It was quite the series of battles, yes. Gained much. Don't you mean you learned a lot of lessons? That too. God damn it. My throat. Ugh. If I keep coughing too much, I might just switch to text and mic off for the stream, but we'll see. You need to spend more time after making your pick, not like what we did this time. Just like Notland was once the land of ancient dragons and is now a land where humans and Saurians put mutual trust into one another, becoming comrades who live side by side, I wonder how long that must have taken. I suppose I was overeager. I thought we could gain their respect by beating them, which is why I picked such blunt methods. If we had taken our time from the start, perhaps feeding them every day and trying to get closer to them might have boosted our chances. That sounds reasonable enough until you remember that the targets you picked aren't your everyday dogs or cats. True, true. They're more like the Saurians of Natlan. That is why I picked them after all. I imagine that my friends there would understand what an extraordinary thing I've done when I can relate these experiences to them. Paimon still doesn't see the similarities. The Primo Geovishep aside, but you do you. Huh? The others were quite similar too. The colors, for example. If that's where you're headed, then slimes would be also similar enough, no? I see where you're coming from. They're both elemental creatures. Perhaps slimes do have the potential to become Saurians. Does that mean I should be trying to make friends with slimes first? This planet's suddenly looking very scaled down. Feels much more doable now, too. Still, I won't know till I try. Thank you so much for your help. With any luck, I'll have gained a comrade or two and for my adventures. Enough to qualify as the protagonist of my very own tale. Have a pleasant journey. Sure, man. Whatever. Tell me about the hot springs. I've seen a few in Fontaine, hot enough to scald you. I hear that whenever you're the Emperor of Fire and Iron dwells, the waters there are exceptionally hot. But Nalan's hot springs are different. Now, how should I put it? They can heal wounds of body and spirit both. That's what makes them so addictive, in fact. Addictive hot springs. Tell me about the flying companions. Right. Going back to the story about Kunter, his companion Ictomosaurus was a Saurian with great powers of flight. You can even say that without Ictomosaurus' help, Kunter wouldn't have found his success much harder to win. A flying companion is pretty convenient, and come to think of it, yours flies too, so she have any special skills? She can make terrifying amounts of food disappear nigh instantly. Amazing. Any chef worth their salt would be overjoyed to hear of such a skill. Let me cook for her next time, alright? My friends from Notland all told me that I should stay and cook for the Saurians. Said I'd be a smash hit. So yeah, I'm sure your companion would enjoy my food too. Interesting. Not quite what I expected him to say, but interesting nonetheless. Okay. I have 58 wishes. Okay.
This realm is true. If you ever...
There's that. Wait, what does Chiori have to say?
You're here. I sort of assumed that you didn't make it home very often. So, how are the travels going? Anything exciting happened lately? Your stories might be just the inspiration I need.
How do you like it here?
It's pretty good. Pleasant scenery, calm atmosphere. Good place to rest and rejuvenate your body and mind. Sometimes, when I get sick of being in the court of Fontaine, I get a strong urge to head off somewhere else for a while and get a change of scenery. Somewhere without unruly customers or tabloids spreading lies.
Any places you've already gone?
Yeah, loads. It was a long journey for me to zoom at a Fontaine after all.
Huh?
The wines and ballads of Mondstadt, the prosperous commercial hub that's Liyue Harbor, the bustling Grand Bazaar and the never-ending desert in Sumeru. I've seen it all. One thing I'd like to do was head to the liveliest spot in town, find a seat, and just sit there people-watching all day. I wanted to get a sense of the local atmosphere, see the clothes people wore, imagine what kind of lives they lived. I sometimes feel like, to this day, most of the inspiration for my designs still comes from the things I saw back then on my travels. You, of all people, probably get what I'm talking about. Look at me. Chat about anything for long enough, and I'll always find a way to make it about work.
Hey.
I guess it's a deeply ingrained habit of mine. I'm always on the lookout for inspiration, and every aspect of daily life is a potential source. Anyway, basically, I love traveling. Maybe one day our travel plans will overlap, and we'll bump into each other somewhere out there.
That'd be cool.
I'm here.
Yes. How do you like it here?
I mean, everything here is really nice, and I'm used to it now, so there's no need to worry about me.
It's okay, you don't have to be so polite. You can tell me how you really feel.
Are you really sure about that? Alright. Then in that case, I'll do as you ask. To tell you the truth, I'm actually a little homesick. Even though this place is really comfortable, and the environment here is flawless, I just can't seem to get used to life here. This is nobody's problem but my own, so please don't think I'm upset with you, or unsatisfied about anything in this place. I hope you can forgive me.
Interesting. Not what I was expecting, but cool. Okay, let's take a look at what missions we're gonna do. I'm gonna go blow my nose as well as run an ad break and stretch. Be back in just a few minutes. I'm back. Man, whatever I'm like dealing with, I don't know if it's like a cold or something, but I have gone through so many Kleenexes. It feels like I've gone through at least like near 3 boxes worth of it. There it is. Looks like the child has been trapped by those 2 golden fish. If we could find some way to lure them. Hello? I did it. I killed them. Interesting. Was there a purpose? Whatever. Good job, Octobuddies. The chest's down there, I see. So many hydroculuses. It still feels like I'm supposed to do something with these guys, but I don't know what. Give me that chest. Eels? What has it learned? He's learned the power of friendship. Nice. we go. Oh yeah, it's like the wheel at the helm. Though I guess since this was a ship, this is the helm technically. Cassiodor, dear friend, I knew you would come. And the uninvited barbarians. When it comes down to it, you're not the boss of this place. Besides, it was Ose who brought us here. That counts as an invitation as far as Paimon's concerned. Really, you're the discourteous one here. Exactly. And we've heard all about it, you know. All the bad stuff you've done. Silence, you know-some. Obstreporous insects. I am speaking to Cassiodor. Do not interrupt. Lamine, Paimon, I'll take care of this. Boethius, I have come as promised. Honor your pledge and relinquish the souls of the surface dwellers. They do not deserve to suffer this unforeseen calamity. The grudges between us should stay between us. You call this unforeseen? Have you not looked upon our kindred? They lie trapped in this lightless waters, like walking corpses. Are they not supposed to walk upon sunlit shores? If my brief interment of surface folks' souls is a disaster bereft of rhyme and reason, then why would you call the millennia-long suffering of our kind? Listen, and listen well. The judgment of the surface peoples has only just begun. No. The one who imprisoned them was you, and it was you who turned our kin into monsters. We once had a choice. So long as we discarded our old grudges, the Mistress of Waters agreed to accept us into a new nation. But you used them, took advantage of their pain, their trust in you. You turned them into tools of your ambition. That was their choice. They chose the old order, not the honeyed death you brought. And just as they gave unto us as the conducting batons the Sabastis bestowed upon them, so too are we duty-bound to lead them unto the correct path. How dare you swagger, you shameless traitor, you who betrayed the Sabastis' trust and led our nation to ruin? Ha! I hear the vile dragon's slander in your words, and you would believe a foe of our nation rather than your kin and comrades? I serve no god, no king, only mighty Remuria and our noble ideals. Remus proved unworthy to reign supreme from the moment he uttered the perverse command. And so there are no traitors. If anything, it is I who rescued our nation from his error. He colluded with our foes, commanding the vile Drake to flatten our cities. He even attempted to destroy the Grand Symphony, which would have consigned us to live under Fortuna's yoke once more. How could I have stood aside and done nothing in the face of his madness? And so you betrayed him, and you shut the Initium Iani. And in the end, Phobos' power went out of control and the royal palace sank into the depths. Will you not open your eyes to the truth? It was Remus who betrayed us, betrayed Phobos. That was the true prelude to tragedy. I have already spent thousands of years struggling to recreate the symphony of the past, weaving the broken melodies together in the deep waters just to recreate what you hear now. No, it is in your hands it has become harsh, and the discordant voices of agony and hate denounce your violence. Ha, and who decides what is harmonious or not? Is it not absolute power? Remus bent the knee to the savages and the odious dragons precisely because he failed to comprehend this. But it matters not. This inverted world shall soon be righted, and I shall become the new Sebastus. That is impossible, Boethius. You are but a mortal human. Humans can never become gods. But Cassiodor, you forget. Was Remus's ideal not for all humans to become gods, to seize their own destinies? Do you not remember? Did the rites we researched and recorded in the Golden Castellum not chart a course to that very destination? But we did not know what lay beyond. Had we known those thousands of years ago, Times have changed. Things are different now, Cassiodor. Join us. My preparations are complete. Only together can we accomplish this deed. I have rid my soul of all impurities, obtaining a true will. The stairway to heaven is but a single step away. I merely need to gather all the wills that have been scattered throughout the waters. Yes, even yours, which Remus personally severed. 2 minds shall merge into one, and thus shall Remorio be whole once more clad in immortal form infused with refined steel and stone. No. We shall take on flesh once more, and a new Sebastus will be born. But not only that, I shall also gain that which Remus could not attain, the power to change the very essence of this world. I will turn back the wheel of fate, usher in the old world's return, and bring justice to the land. The surface dwellers shall submit to our rule, as they must. It shall be as the hymn says, and when they use their will to command, the rest shall bow down and listen. You know I will not acknowledge you. You have defiled his ideals. I will uphold my own justice. It matters not. You will understand once you enter Phobos' melody. Then you shall join me. Remus! Oh, is Lumine about to get another flashback? This is Domus Aurea. Have I entered Remus's memory again? No, the atmosphere. It's different from before. Welcome to my palace, Outlander. My symphony. Boethius. Do not be startled. Have we not met aforetime and more than once? Whether through my phantom in the real world or the memory palaces Remus left behind. But this is no phantasm of Remus's memory. This is my symphony, my golden stage. I knew it. Wails of sorrow ring off every wall. Is that so, Outlander? I know not from whence you came. It seems you are not a human birth in the primordial waters, nor are you any surface being at all. I cannot see the color of your soul, nor can I touch it. Nonetheless, I don't know why this is freaking out so much. Nonetheless, this is not your war. My vengeance against the surface dwellers is none of your concern. I know not why you hinder our work. For the justice in this world. Justice? You can't actually be serious, can you? You may possess power that even I cannot perceive, but you would be naive, Outlander, to think that brute force alone will defeat me. I have long become one with the symphony that fills these deep seas. Even if you should destroy my physical form, so long as the agonized waters flow, and so long as the memories of vengeance do not fade, my will shall not perish, and I shall remain a nightmare that haunts this world. Unless you choose as Cassiodor, as the stray cat did, exiling oneself to become the jailer of the old world. But I do not believe that one so distinguished as you would do so. Forsake that superfluous sympathy of yours. Should the guilty not be punished, is that not justice? Guilty, you say. They are innocent. No Fontanian is innocent. They are the spawn of our barbarian foes. Their ancestors seized from us the realms that should have been ours by right, and they must pay the price for that original sin. Have you anything else to say, Outlander? For Monsieur Os. So, those people, they are neither your kin nor your subjects. On the contrary, as far as you know, so far as you are above them, they may as well be ants. Perhaps not even that. The weak should submit to the strong. Is that not the law that this world should follow? And yet, you say that you will protect them? Is that your boundless mercy, or simply folly? Have anything else to say, Outlander? For Monsieur Os. But can your short friendship surpass the span of our kinship? Cassidor and I, we were new humans crafted by Remus's own hand, and we are the final survivors. Compared with our other kin, his soul is like insoluble ichor. Other than myself, only he has true will, and only when we are combined can we become a complete self. So too are our wills one. The opera's final act shall see him return to us. This is his fate. Since you insist on sabotaging my plans, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to stay in my palace for a while longer. I cannot detain you for long, of course, but it should be long enough. Let us meet again when I become a god and sit upon the Sebastus' throne. Before that, let my little ensemble occupy you for a time. Oh! Fear not, I wish to aid you.
Water jet! Bombs away!
Lumine, I found you at last. Is that you, Cassidor? Cassidor? Indeed, it is I. I believe you might have met me in the Sebastus' memories, though I suppose it's the first time meeting in this manner. Time is short. Maintaining this form in Boethius' symphonic palace is no easy task. Let us keep this brief. Where are we exactly? This is a space created by Boethius, the manifestation of his soul. It is maintained, just as the Sebastus' memories you entered before are, by the grace of the symphony's might, so just now. Yes, he used the music's power to pull us in. I suspect that Domus Aurea is too close to the heart of the Phobos, allowing him to directly influence the present world. If we truly allow him to obtain power that surpasses reality, he might even pull the entire surface world into this space. When that happens, his delusion will replace the real world, and Fontaine will revert to its appearance from thousands of years ago. Just like what happened in Petrichor, no, I suspect it would be worse still. Will he really become a god? That depends on your definition. It is not hard to give shape to false fantasies. But he will find transcending fate futile. Were it truly that simple, then those thousands of years ago, we would have already succeeded. All I could do now is drag more innocents into the nightmare of his making, turning them into walking, corpse-like puppets. And we must stop him. That we do, but that cannot be done here. We must return to the real world. In that I shall aid you. What about you? Not to worry. He has no plans for me at the moment. As for me, I've just thought of a way in which we can destroy him utterly. He has prepared a mighty form for himself in the real world and plans to initiate a ritual within Domus Aurea that will make him take on flesh. As long as we can let him lower his guard and gather the symphony scattered throughout the deep waters into that body, we can seize that opportunity to destroy both him and that body. That will put an end to everything. Only you can do this, Lumine. Phobos' melody does not sing of your destiny, and Boethius cannot influence your soul. You are the exception to all that is planned. Perhaps that is why the Sebastus guided you here. Go now. My strength will not hold for long. Let us meet again in the real world, and we may yet bring an end to this long nightmare. Ah, you finally woke up. Paimon was worried sick. She thought you might have had your soul stolen by that jerk, just like all those town people. I'm fine, Paimon. You'd better be. But after you passed out, Boethius and Monsieur Os disappeared along with that wave of sound. And then this big guy came along. Not that he helped much either. I fear that was not up to me. I am but a soul that dwells within the Ichor. And though Remus did give me his final symphony, where to wield its power against Boethius is a different matter. The means woken up and seems to be okay, but where did Monsieur Os go? Did Boethius? I saw him. You tell of what happened within Boethius' soul palace. Huh? So Monsieur Os isn't there all alone? He seems to have his plan. Don't worry. Regardless, should he prove correct, then we still have a chance to defeat the shameless devil. But first, we must enter Domus Aurea. Well then, big guy, what are you looking at me for? Didn't you come lead a host of dragons to attack Murray's capital? Getting us into Domus Aurea should be a piece of cake. You have many ideals for one so small, little one. Still, this shall not prove as simple as you think. The chief strength of Dragonborn lie in our powerful flesh. Embedded into Ichor as I am, all that remains of me is but the feeblest of wills. Destroying the Initium Iani exhausted nigh all my power, and Domus Aurea, defended by the Symphony's power, cannot be compared to gates of a mere stone. Wait, then we're fresh out of options? Are you really just gonna watch while Boethius guy eats Monsieur Os up? Peace, you rash little thing. I merely said that I was powerless, but it is not so for you. The power of the symphony defends the palace. The same strength can be used to break it, but the symphony that I can wield is... Oh man, my throat's really getting ripped. Excuse me. Yeah, that super powerful Phobos thing is protecting the palace, right? How can we possibly beat it? If you cannot beat it, then simply borrow what you need from it. Once upon a time, the will of Phobos flowed through golden aqueducts into every corner of Remuria. Though these paths and pipes have been destroyed, if you connect the section that lies before you once more, the great gates of Domus Aurea shall surely open, just as they once did. That is what is written in the symphony, after all. Sounds like it's worth a shot. I too have made some discoveries while searching for anything Remus might have left behind. It appears that this devil has yet to join some fragments of the symphony to his music, and scattered in this part of the sea. Come with me, and we can find them and use their strength. We might yet reverse the flow of time, and return the aqueducts to their original form. I don't remember how to do this. Oh. Heh. Damn it. What? Bitch. I was just a little too early that time. That's great. There we go. Is it above me? Oh, it's gone now. Illuminate the horn to awaken the score engraved. Return the flying bird phantasms to their rightful place. Birds. Hello, Julie Smith. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. feel like I'm missing something here. Nice. Glad it's been a good day for you. There we go. Awesome. Got that puzzle solved. Excuse me. Alright, let's get those. And then back to the lead. It's been alright. Did a half-hour or so walk with the dog earlier. Been a decent day. Gotta make sure I post another maid picture I did after stream before I forget. Especially since we're near to the end of the month. Yeah, it's been alright. Not too bad. Crabs, grab the crabs! Oh, I got 2 of them, I think. Oh, this is cool. Harmony's Shadow. The music for this location is so... Thank you. I appreciate it. I need to make like little panels and whatnot for the description down here. That'd probably be helpful. But that requires me to do some thinking. But thank you, I appreciate it. I honestly need to, I've been planning to update him as well. Because I drew this version, what was it, 2-3 years ago? So he could use an update. There we go. Get up there, bird. Oh. There we go.
I'll keep this close.
Harmos Notes 2. Oh, you make what kind of stuff? The panels? Cool. Piercing of the ego. Interesting. One sec, I gotta go let the dog out. Yeah, I'm a digital artist as well. There are a number of emotes that I've drawn for the channel as well, though I want to update those. Just because I feel like I could do some better, and I also need to practice more. Yeah, I was thinking of making those panels myself once I draw them. I'm just currently working on some other projects right now, but they are on my list of things to do. Glowing waterbirds. Alrighty, it looks like the waterways are reconnected. I have a link tree that links to like my socials, but I don't think I technically have like a portfolio site. Or something that would be considered a portfolio site. I need to work on that as well. Paimon wonders how Monsieur Oss is doing. We gotta hurry up. Huh? I mean, what's going on? Is it happening again? It's happening again! I had a dream, and that dream, even mortals had free will and their fates were uncertain. It is truly difficult to write beautiful music. Time to wake up from the dream. Remus, I must remind you. Oh, this is when Remus was talking to Scylla. I'll make my own. I appreciate it, though. Look at all these glorious birds. What a wonderful sight. Wow, that is bright. That in my view, both your kingdom and symphony you composed are now beyond your control. Though I have never expected much from those created by the usurper of many waters and nurtured by yourself. Thank you. Do you have any work you want to share, Julie? Julie M? Is it Julie or Julie M? I never know with names nowadays. I apologize. I'll be back in a second. Oh, gotcha. Is there any work you want to share? Gotcha. Though I never expected much from those created by the usurper of the many waters and nurtured by yourself, the extent of their degradation is shocking nonetheless. The civilization created by you and your subjects shone brighter than all others in the world, but not remains now but deep impenetrable darkness. The atrocities committed in the name of... The atrocities committed in the name of civilization and order were far crueler than even pure barbarism. Even the most savage and violent of bishops would never engage in such meaningless slaughter. I'm perfectly aware of all that you say. You know, and yet you remain indifferent, or are you powerless? No, you can easily destroy those mortals who deserve punishment if you so wish, but you cannot bring yourself to do so. You love humanity. This is the curse you bear as an usurper. It is time for me to depart. I will not aid them in butchering innocent mortals, but neither do I harbor any desire to stop them. You once promised the usurper of many waters that you would use the pure water she granted you to create a world of endless prosperity, one without conflict. I followed you to the surface precisely because I wished to witness that future, but this is how it turned out. You have failed, Remus. You could not defeat fate. Blood shall stain the high sea red once more, such is the cruelty the heavens show to their creations. I have a plan. Oh. You always were one to have many plans, Remus, but all of them lie in the dust now. Even you do not know where it all went wrong. Would you like to hear it, though? This will be the last one. I distinctly recall you saying the same thing when you persuaded me to leave the Fontamer. But speak now, before I return there, to the side of the usurper of many waters. Haha, fascinating. Fascinating! Only you could be so toweringly selfish, yet so utterly selfless. You even took me into account, did you? Recklessness. How terribly rash of you, usurper lord of mortals. Still, your plot pleases me. The mere thought of leading my bishops and trampling your arrogant, foolish people underfoot brings me joy. But this shall be mere ceremony, just a show. Fret not, I shall be, as you said, merciful. But if you do this, your life as a god shall come to an end. There will be nothing left but the symphony. Have you considered this fully? Of course, of course. The box of horrors that I opened, so too shall I shut. Good, then I accept your proposal. If the time should come, then I shall join my strength to that of your symphony. Phobos' chain shall be broken, and your people shall be free once more. In that case, please accept my final symphony. It wasn't another one of Mr. Evil and Rude's this time, right? Even in dreams, that jerk's super irritating. We must destroy Phobos. To accomplish it, we will need to play Scylla's symphony. Fascinating. Remus's power still lingers in the deep seas and is not dispersed, and I too am here at last. Do you know what that means? The conditions have been fulfilled. Indeed, this is why I've come with you, to make amends for millennia of regret. Now the final question is Phobos. Wait, Paimon's confused. What are we using the music for? It's nice that you understand each other and all, but you're leaving Paimon out. That's unfair. Shh, tell her what's going on. The final symphony Remus gave me, or the Requiem, is an order for the Phobos to self-destruct. He was to sacrifice himself to unleash the symphony's power, and it would fall to me to control the primordial savage energies that he would awaken. That was how he would free his subjects from their stone bodies and give them back forms of flesh and blood, destroying the artificial barrier between races. He once instructed me not to reveal this plan to any of his subjects, for it was only making them realize the limitations that prejudice and arrogance could be set aside. It appears, however, that you have pieced together his plan through memories he left behind, Lumine. So that's what happened, but his sacrifice was wasted in the end. Perhaps, but now that my soul has been freed, there is a chance to make amends. The lost souls of Remus's former subjects remain imprisoned in their statues. If we defeat that monstrosity, we can use the Requiem to give their souls release, allowing them to return to the high sea, to the eternal cycle of life and death. That way I may consider myself to fulfill this wish. Perhaps this is why I came here. Indeed, Outlander. Perhaps this is indeed a fated encounter. Finale. Hi Georgia, welcome back. Well, that's pretty. Ah, how the Ichor dazzles, just as it did millennia ago. This must mean that the time has come. The gates of Domus Aurea shall swing open wide, just as they did when the golden waterways rang with song, in the days when the melody of the fellow would flow from this place to all lands beyond. Ah, I can hear it already, that beautiful music. Let us play together, Lumine, Paimon, then you shall gain access to Domus Aurea. Pretty. Oh, it's a giant harp. Into the portal. You pass through the gates of Domus Aurea, accompanied by a golden melody. That was really picturesque. Whew, guess we're in. That was tough. A lot of swimming. That said, it looks like more like the guts of a giant machine than it does a palace. Place is very familiar. Is this the place you saw in Remus's memories? So that's why that's Mr. Super Rude Bad Guy also wants to. Ugh. Things are gonna get ugly if he succeeds. We don't know what's become of Monsieur Os either. We've got no choice but to keep going. Why would you have stairs like this? Hello? Hello. Okay.
A walk would be nice.
End of the ancient dream. Persistent garbage. Oh, is he taking the form of that? Oh. Nice, it means I really get to kill him. Did you repair the broken aqueducts to celebrate my birth as the god of ancient days? I must warn you, my new world requires no such things, nor will I require ships. For all shall find eternal happiness within my symphony. We're about to add some end-bar lines to your score. That's right, best you admit defeat now and release everyone's souls, and also hand over Monsieur Os. Cassiodor has already agreed to join this grand ritual, his return to Remuria's embrace. All wills belonging to Remuria shall merge into one body, where now is your friendship. Was it not merely your own presumptiveness and inflated sense of importance? Monsieur Os. Just trust me.
Stabilize!
Shine down! Born of ice and frost.
Water jet!
Solidify!
No touching!
This is long overdue.
What? How? Why can't I control this body? Cassiodor, you? I have you at last, Boethius. All your will is here, and Phobos also. This time there is no escape. Why? I am a Harmust, the conductor of the symphony. How? How did you? Oh, he stabbed himself. Have you forgotten? Before the Sebastus caught me away, I too was a Harmust. And now that I have returned to the symphony, you are the sole conductor no longer. Ha! So you agreed to join me just to lower my guard, only betray me once more? Me and Remuria both? Think of our kin tragically imprisoned beneath the waves of the torment they suffered for millennia. Will you truly destroy our cause, obliterate our final hope for the sake of those who scurry and crawl on dry land? You are the traitor here, and the one who imprisoned our people. That is what our nation fell. That is why our nation fell to its ruinous fate. The justice that our Sebastus, the Imperator, gave unto us, that golden ideal, was for us to follow the melody of our hearts and obtain the freedom to grasp our fate. We did not wish to be judged by Fortuna, much less become your slaves. After Phobos was shattered, the people should have gained their freedom. If not for your deception, their nightmare should have ended long ago. Remuria has not fallen. With Phobos as its guiding star, it shall rise again. Though rock and metal may crash and clamor, humans cannot live without water and soil. No power, however great, that tramples upon the value of life has any meaning. Are you not human yourself, Boethius? We Remurians were all ordinary Fontanians once. Though we forsook our flesh, racked with pain and weakness, and gained immortal forms, we still have mortal souls, mortal emotions, and mortal frailties. But we forgot that. We forgot where we came from, believed ourselves superior to other humans. That is why Remuria fell. Do you remember my words, Zameen? Now is the time.
Gather! I will have order!
Lay your delusions aside, Boethius. Why, Cassiodor, why? You betray me once more.
Next on the agenda.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered! Born of ice and frost.
Paimon's kind of dizzy now. Cassiodor. I mean, Paimon, I did not think we would be able to meet again like this. You're Monseros. But Boethius is here too. He's not going to try anything funny, is he? No, wait, are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? What's that thing floating over there? You see it too, then? The being that hovers behind the illusion of Boethius. Ha! You found me, I see. It's a harp. No illusion is it that you see. You gaze upon Boethius in truth, for I am in truth Boethius. Of course, I am not only him, but you also. I am every melody, every movement, every thought. I am the sum of all souls. I am Phobos. This does not include you children from beyond, however. You are not part of us. Phobos, so the great symphony that governs all has a persona? Phobos, or should I say that which was once Sibylla, was originally a survivor of the last deluge that swallowed the earth. Sibylla's wish was to grant happiness to all in the world who called humans. But she had no persona and her strength was insufficient. Thus she entrusted her wisdom to Remus, and with the addition of the power that Remus possessed, the symphony was created. That is to say, me. No, how can this... So the music we have played all this time and the fate we accepted, that all came from you. Yes, it is me. But it is also all of you. I am also you all. I am the aggregate of all your wishes. Eliminating our enemies, destroying other lives, destroying cities and villages, are these also our wishes? Precisely. That's what you wished for, and so I responded. Plunder, hatred, slaughter. These too are part of your wishes. Is that not what it means to give everyone happiness? Preposterous. Don't be absurd. That's just twisted and wrong. No, those aren't our true wishes. The arrogance and hatred that festered within us warped you, turning you into a terrifying monstrosity. Such things will make no one happy, not us, not any other living being. No wonder you led us to destruction. The Imperator himself must have sensed it, and that's why he... Remus. Yes, he did attempt to destroy me, but why? Without me, all of you would once again have been plunged into confusion and agony. So for all your sakes, I had no choice but to... Wait, what? Do you mean to say that Boethius even then had already... Yes, that must be it. We could never have gone against the Sebastus' commands unless the very symphony had rebelled against him. What of Boethius? What have you done with him? Well, he's become us, of course. Or put it in another way you might understand. I ate him! Ate him? Oh no. But that was also his wish, one that only I could fulfill. I'm sure that I made him most happy indeed. So that's why Boethius became your puppet, and why he did all he could to engineer your return. It's all for the happiness of you, for everyone. No. No! It is the time we put an end to all of this. I have trapped you in this body. There's no way out. I shall destroy you utterly. Is your wish to disappear together with me? Would that make you happy? But I can't fulfill that wish. I am Remurian no longer, and I cannot become Fontanian. I already chose my fate when I agreed to help the Sebastus attain his wish. So yes, this is my wish, the reason for which I have wandered this world. I will end this millennia-old nightmare. Now, Lumine, Phobos, and I, destroy us both! But I am filled with joy, Lumine, for I have just learned the Sebastus' plans and hopes. The Imperator aimed to free everyone from the Symphony, from hatred and strife through his sacrifice. Even to the last, he desired to save his people. Now I shall fulfill the wish he could not see through. This is our final chance, and only you can help us seize it. That is why the Imperator, why fate brought you here, my friend.
There is no escape! Access denied! Ha!
Damn. Mr. Ross, is that you? It's finally over. It seems I shall soon fade. Cassiodor. It's alright. I have finished walking the road I was meant to, and fulfilled that which I was meant to fulfill. This world shall no longer have Cassiodor, nor shall it have the Golden Hunter. I am certain that the people of this present world shall continue to live happy, normal lives. But... Lumine, Paimon, you have my thanks for accompanying me to this point. My journey has reached its final destination. But yours has yet to end. Please, play the Requiem for me and for my Imperator's wishes. Let our souls return to the present world and return to the Great Sea. If water loses clarity, how shall it become water again? If a tree leaves the soil, where shall it go to put down roots? Though rock and metal may crash and clamor, humans cannot live without water and soil. Perhaps we shall meet again someday in a fertile land full of flowing water. And there he goes. Cat! Guess we can't call him Monsieur Ross anymore. But us say it should be fine, right? Can I pet the cat? Can I keep the cat? Can I get the cat out of the ocean, please? Whoa, big guy, you scared I'll say. You mean Cassiodor? No. That familiar feeling has disappeared. Where has Cassiodor gone off to? Has he returned to one of those stone bodies again? Cassiodor is no longer with us. Monsieur Os, he disappeared along with Boethius and Phobos. After explaining the whole tale to Scylla, you spend some time comforting us, say. That's right, now all that's left is us. Good going, us. Guess you were just surprised by this big guy's appearance, huh? Who's a brave kitty, huh? That's right, you are. So you vanquished that evil apparition and Cassidor was able to fulfill his own wishes? I am certain that his soul has returned to the deep waters and is now reunited with his kin. So long as we complete Remus's final symphony, we shall be able to send their souls back to the present, back to the high sea. Life flows like water. They will join the current, and one day they will surely be reborn as mortals. Well then, let us begin. Perform this final movement, this final requiem. Okay, hold on. Following the current comprised of congregated souls uncounted, you depart from the underwater realm. You follow the spirit guiding Golden Bee up and up and up. Oh! After everything is over, you return to where it all began, the town of Petrichor. I'm apparently missing 2 of these. We completed the Requiem and the souls imprisoned in the ocean's depths all seem to have left. The townspeople should be back to normal as well, right? Thank you both for completing this final musical movements. These wishes that have endured for thousands of years, whether it was mine, Remus's, or that of anyone who wishes to protect peace in this world. That reminds Paimon of Monsieur Ross. Meow meow. You like that name too? We're not talking about you right now, though. His soul has returned to the high sea. There, at least, he can have peace. I imagine that was akin to release for him. As for my kindred and descendants, it seems that a new true dragon has been born to us. Although as one who was a prince among Hydro bishops, I should go forth and seek an audience with him, though it is hard to say if I still count as dragonborn now. Too much time has passed, so much that little in this world has anything to do with me. So what do you plan to do next? Well now, it's not easy to gain my freedom, so I shall have a good romp underwater. After all, there are none who shall disturb me any longer, save you, perhaps. What do you mean, disturb? Haha, I jest. Still, you are not due to return to your own place. Let us part ways here, then. Or so I would say, but further visits on your part would be appreciated. I might get lonely now that everyone is gone, after all. See you around, big guy. Looking at you, even I begin to look forward to the future of terrestrial beings. Well then, until we meet again. Scylla leaves amidst the turbulent waters. Well, where should we go next? Alright, we should go back... We should get back to Mr. Este to tell him that everything's fine now. We did promise to, after all. And there's also, too. What should we call him now? This could get complicated. Anyway, let's get back to town first. I did it. I did the thing. A lovely Legends of Petrichor added to the archive. If only I could play such a wonderful melody. And you are? Oh, hello, dear guests. I'm Lord Vicentio, a student of Master Giovanni's. If you wish to order instruments, please seek my master instead. Okay.
Is this order bound for Sumeru?
Esther, we're back. Oh, if it isn't... Wait, no. Who are you? Huh? You can't have forgotten us already. We're Lumineum Paimon. Lumineum Paimon. I have indeed heard tell of these names, but I could have sworn I heard them in a dream. We were definitely awake then, Esther. Also, while we were below, didn't we even see... I dreamed that everyone in town was petrified, turned into statues of stone, leaving me utterly helpless and alone. Until finally, two brave heroes came and shouldered the burden of rescuing everyone. Could it be... That's not important. Yeah, after all, everyone's back to normal, aren't they? But it seems as though everyone had some very strange dreams indeed. Just what happened? Could we all have been hypnotized en masse? It would take us ages to explain it all properly. Just forget about the hypnosis thing for now. Speaking of hypnosis, you two even brought over a cat. It looks quite intelligent. He's even smarter than he looks. He's our companion. That's true, but we still can't take him with us on our journey. Well now, isn't that a coincidence? Our club just happens to have an open bed for cats available. It's been occupied ever since that hypnosis researcher went to traveling and took his cat with him. If you don't mind, leave him here with us. We'll take care of him. Though I can't quite put my finger on it, I feel like we're bound up together. Almost as if by fate. I'll help you take very good care of him indeed. The cat tree is on the other side of the building. Just walk over and you'll see it. Other side of the building. Oh, it's a cute little cat house. This will be your new home from now on, Ose. Still, it feels a bit weird. Cassiodor should have left already here, right? So who is Ose now? Is he the original cat that hadn't been indwelt by Cassiodor, or is it Monsieur Os that shared all of those adventures with us? Oh, Paimon's brain is cramping up. Ose is Ose. Though Paimon still doesn't get it, it does make a certain kind of sense. Anyway, we found a new home for Ose now too. If we've got time, maybe we can come play with him. Can I pet him? Pet. Oh. Cute. Well, with that done, I think we'll call our stream today. So with that, I think we'll end off the stream with a 10 pull on the standard banner, because I happen to have 10 wishes. Oh! Son of a bitch! Damn it. I was so hopeful for a character, not a weapon. That's what Ganyu has, right? Yeah, she has the Skyward Harp. Well, folks, that'll be it for today's stream. Alright, YouTube, that's going to be it for today's episode. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite part of today's episode. Man, I really chose a wrong time to stream 2 events, or rather an event and the rest of a world quest, when my throat was so bad that it hurt to talk. And the entire time, I had to talk. I'm a genius. I'm a genius of a tavern master, you know? Boy howdy. But yeah, it was cool to see the end of the Canticles of Harmony quest. The part where we're swimming along and like playing the music on the harp before the big ship, and then doing the final like masterpiece work with the harp at the end after we beat Sibylla was really cool. I don't know much about Sibylla. I did some Googling, and she's like apparently also called the Golden Bee. I don't know if there's like a book that talks about her, but I haven't read a ton of the books in Genshin, to be completely honest. So I don't know the backstory behind that, or how she's like connected to Remus, beyond like Remus connecting with her at some point. But yeah, good story. Sucks that Cassiodor, you know, passed. Cool that Boethius died. Sibylla was corrupted as fuck. But hey, at least Scylla is still good, and we also got a cat out of it. Speaking of which, I should go pet that cat. Yeah, I think I'll go do that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a good night and good day wherever you may be. And don't worry about your spot here at the tavern. We'll keep it open for you. Bye, folks, and I'll see you all in the next one.